First and foremost, I would like to dedicate this speech to you, my fellow graduates, who nominated me to speak today. I would not be up here if it weren't for you. Next, I would like to dedicate this speech to those who are unable to complete their college journey. A dear friend of mine, Gabby Barajas, died on the scene of a fatal car crash in December 2017. She would have graduated this semester with a degree from Texas Tech School of Theater and Dance. I would like to take a moment of silence for those people who are unable to finish their journey. Okay. So, I wrote this speech titled A Hero's Journey, and I'd like to start with a quote from Iron Man. Heroes are made by the paths they choose, not the powers they are graced with. When I was a young girl, I was enamored with books about fairy tales and fantasy. I would be so engrossed in these novels and read for hours on end. On many occasions, my mother would find me in the living room still reading my books long after she told me to go to bed. Sorry, Mom, Twilight was that good at the time. During that time, I remember spending recess reenacting scenes from my favorite fantasy movies like Harry Potter, or pretending I was my favorite superhero, Superman. At some point between elementary school and high school, I lost my sense of imagination and childlike wonder. As I grew older, I felt like I had to put away that fantasy novel on the bookshelf, tuck my cape away, and face the real world. We've all felt that way at some point in our lives, haven't we? One day, we thought we had to stop dreaming up scenarios where we were Spider-Man or Wonder Woman, and instead think of the real world and a real job. Well, today I'm here to tell you that it's time to dust off those capes, because I want to remind each and every one of you that you are all superheroes. All superheroes have an origin story, and yours started long before you walked onto the 40 acres. It began with your childhood. All of you have been shaped by your family's culture and values and environment. Moreover, you have been impacted by the intersectionality of your identities, whether it be race, ethnicity, language, gender, socioeconomic class, religion, or something else altogether. Some of you come from marginalized backgrounds. You're a first generation college student, a person of color, a non-traditional college student, of a low socioeconomic status, or a part of the LGBTQIA community. Regardless, these factors have influenced and contributed to your growth and journey here at UT. You know that moment in a superhero's origin story where they get their powers and they spend some time trying to figure themselves out? That moment in their origin story parallels your own. Each and every one of you has superpowers. You all have a unique set of skills and abilities that you have uncovered, acquired, and curated during your time here at UT. In addition to your skills and abilities, being a future social worker is a part of your arsenal of superpowers. If I asked any of you, what are your reasons for entering social work, the answers would be limitless. Many of you chose social work because social workers empower people to help themselves. We work at various levels, amplifying the voices of marginalized individuals who are often overlooked. Social workers promote and support individual and community well-being, advocate for a multitude of populations, and fight against social injustice. As social workers, we learned how to interpret connections between people, their families, their communities, and policies at various levels. I find inspiration and encouragement from the passion that I have witnessed in each and every single one of you. We all have a unique path that has brought us to this work, and the perspectives we bring with us wherever we go next will spur invaluable change to the world around us. Superheroes always experience a period of adversity and difficulties. This sentiment is no different from your own experiences. College is super hard. Some days are harder than others. Sometimes it's hard to keep going when you're faced with adversity. Adversity has many forms. It's the failed exam that you studied so hard for. It's a feeling of being overwhelmed. It's the aching pressure to succeed because you have a family back home relying on you. It's the feeling like you don't belong. It's walking into a room and seeing no one who looks like you. It's receiving a rejection letter from that job, internship, or graduate school you applied to. It is hard, and you did it. You have persevered in the face of hardships and adversities. You have fought and pushed, and you're all more stronger for it. Through your perseverance, you have found strength and capabilities that you may not have may not have been aware of, and now you'll leave here today forever changed by the very experiences that have led you to this incredible accomplishment. As we close this chapter of our lives and transition into the next, it is completely normal to be anxious or uncertain about the future. You might be experiencing a wide variety of emotions, from relief to sadness, all of which are okay. It is okay to feel both joy and grief during this time. It is okay to doubt yourself. It is okay to worry. We're human. That is what we do. Sometimes these feelings can knock us down, but it's not about how many times we get knocked down, but if we choose to get back up. To get back up, to move forward, and as Spider-Man said, to take a leap of faith. As I've reflected on these past 4 years, I've realized how grateful I am for my college experience despite the adversities I faced, because those adversities have led me to lifelong friendships, a close-knit community, supportive peers and mentors, and memories that will last a lifetime. Now, I know this wouldn't be a social work speech without a group activity, so I need to do an outfit change really quickly. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I didn't pull the tag off of this mask. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I can't pull it off. I'm just gonna put it on anyway.
I love you, Danielle.
I love you too. Yeah, I need, whoops. I should have prepared. I should have cut it. I'm trying to hide it. So, we're improvising. So this is a collaborative, okay? This is a collaborative activity. This activity requires the participation of our soon-to-be graduates and their friends and families. Undergraduate class of 2019, I would like for all of you to stand from where you're seated. To the families and friends who... What? To the families and friends who have come out to support these phenomenal individuals, thank you. When I say you are, I ask the friends and families out there to yell back, a superhero. To the student that you came out to support. My fellow graduates, when I say I am, yell back a superhero. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. You are. I am.
A superhero.
You are. I am.
A superhero.
Undergraduate class of 2019, you said it yourself, you are all superheroes. Go out there and fight for what you stand for, shake the table and make waves. It's time to be the hero that you were always meant to be. Congratulations, we made it.